everybody, coming in with another Taff's Word, and I'm just home from the supporters open meeting obviously on the 26th of October, and it's possibly the best one that I've been to yet, but I will get into that a little bit later on. There's an important thing I want to say before I go on about anything to do with directly with Newport County. I was given a gift on the weekend. Someone from the Welsh Rugby Union passed on to one of our fans who basically knows someone on their board, passed on a Welsh Rugby Union pin badge, a really nice pin badge as well, and it was a gift, and it's on the back of the blog that I'd done on the Welsh Rugby Union and Newport County. Obviously, they said I said some things they obviously liked. I didn't have to lie about any of it. It's definitely a great relationship that we got with them, and long may it continue. And the good words are going to keep coming out, and I'm sure that the feeling between the rugby and the football is going to start becoming a lot more harmonious the more we push forward with this kind of relationship. And they gave me that badge, and I really, really appreciated that. So as a show of unity between the football and the rugby, I always wear my Amber Army badge to every game. I'm now going to wear that Welsh Rugby Union badge with my right next to my Amber Army badge. I'm going to wear that to every single game from now on, just to show how much I appreciate the Welsh Rugby Union and everything they've done for Newport County. They've been an instrumental part in a lot of the progress that we've made on and off the field, of course. So yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate them, and I really appreciate that gift. So thank you, basically. Moving on to obviously tonight. Now, obviously the public letter from Charlie Hopkins. Well, it was made public. I'm not going to name people, but obviously a lot of us know who made that public. I think I'm a big advocate of free speech. I think their right to do it has to be protected in all of this. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Their right to speak publicly or to post something publicly has to be protected. Whatever motivated them or whatever prompted them to put it up, I don't know. Whatever reason they had, I don't know. The fact is the cat came out of the bag anyway, and unfortunately it's a potentially damaging thing to the football club. I think said person has potentially made themselves unelectable for the board with those actions, because obviously there's a lot of confidential material that you're going to be exposed to while you're on the board. It's for me, that's a worry. But said person, when they put their head into doing something right for the football club, they could be an absolutely valuable asset, which is why it's a disappointing thing, and it's someone who I've got a lot of time and respect for. That's why I find the whole thing disappointing, why it's had to come to this kind of thing, because I really felt that this person, if they put their head right into it, could have been, like I said, an absolute asset to the football club, an instrumental part of taking the football club forward. And this is just an unfortunate turn of events. Yeah, so basically there's something else before I go into the meeting, to start dissecting the meeting. There's something else I want to clear up. This whole bullshit, I'm gonna swear, it's effing bullshit about volunteers being freeloaders. Now, it has been muttered by some individuals. Like I said, not going to name names, but people seem to think that the fact that as a volunteer you get a ticket, you can't be classed as a volunteer. We've also got somebody who's actually done the maths on how much money potentially the club loses. Well, it's been labelled as a cost. Now, the only cost of the club is the printing of a ticket. That's the only cost, actual cost. Because you can't, a cost is a set figure that is an outgoing from a particular business. Income, lost income can't be seen as a cost. Lost income is lost income. But then if you look at lost income with regards to a ticket price, now, are we talking an under 16? Are we talking a student? Are we talking disabled? Are we talking a Bisley ticket? Are we talking a Hazel Terrace ticket or a Hazel Stand ticket? Right? The cost fluctuates an awful lot. Now, there are some of these volunteers, like myself, who actually have a season ticket and still volunteer their time. And they added into that equation as well. And then at the end of the day, right, whatever figure you get is a lot less, on lost income, potential lost income. Because another factor that no one's taken into account is the fact, can this fan afford a ticket every week? So do they do it to earn their way into the game so they can support their team, but instead of having to fork out the money that they haven't got for the ticket, they earn their way into the ground? Right, okay. So moving on to that then. The figure on potential lost income drops considerably from doing a calculation based on X amount of people are volunteers, and this is how much a Bisley ticket costs. If you employ staff to do these jobs, you're going to be at a loss on everything. So if you employ people to do the halftime draw, and then you employ people to sell programs, you employ people to run hospitality, you employ people to run the important jobs the DSA do, you employ people to do these jobs, it's going to cost you a lot more money than the price of a frigging ticket. And then when you take into the factors I've mentioned before, are you really losing anything? No. Is calling volunteers freeloaders going to prevent people from wanting to volunteer? Absolutely. Is calling volunteers freeloaders likely to make volunteers who are currently giving their time to the club to not want to do it anymore? Absolutely. There are people out there that can get disheartened a lot easier than others. At the end of the day, these people are human fucking beings, who are trying to do right by the football club. And all it is for a frigging ticket into the game. No one else is getting anything. There's no backhanders. There's no proper freebies other than tickets. There's nothing going on other than these people are giving their time to the club, preventing the club from actually implementing an actual cost, a staffing cost, and all for the price of a frigging ticket. I say the people who think that these people are freeloaders need to have a long look at themselves and think, am I really doing the right thing by attacking the people who want to give their time at the club? Which brings me on to the board of directors who give their lives to our football club. And one in particular who's given a lot more than just his time. I mean, it's detrimental to your family, it's detrimental to your work. I mean, the one big reason is, I know, one of the reasons I'm not standing, like a lot of people have suggested that I should, one of the reasons I'm not standing is because of the implications it has on your world being on that board, and I know exactly what those implications are. Now, I'm in a process of building a career for myself. I'm in the process of building a future for myself with my fiancée. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be allow myself to have to put all that on hold or allow that to be derailed just so I can go on a board and get fucking run down by people who don't understand what the job is, get run down by people who I don't even know what their end game is. There are people out there that run down this board, no idea what they're trying to achieve out of it. And they're dead set on outing people. And it's gone ever since Chris Blight was outed, Howard Greenaff, that people tried to out him for years. He ended up leaving on his own accord anyway because of the Supporters Trust takeover. There's John Bowcutt and Tony Pring. Now, given the circumstance beyond the last two mentioned, it was maybe the right thing for them to do. But now, there are other people who are in that firing line, and people who have given what I'm not willing to give. And as much, there's not a lot that I wouldn't give for this football club. There's not a lot at all that I wouldn't give for this football club. But my future, I'm not going to put that in jeopardy, for this football club, when there's people out there who are going to look to shoot me down because I'm giving my time to the football club, and because they're going to find some bullshit, to run on me. No, I ain't putting myself in that. And I tell you what, there's a lot of people who will be good candidates who won't put themselves forward in fear of that. So, at the end of the day, why should they? Why should I? And why should anyone who's on this board right now? They could just turn around and say, I tell you what, if you hate me running this football club so much, fuck it. I'm gone. There's a nice big hole for us to fill now. A nice big gaping hole. and the football club is the only thing that gets hurt in the process, other than the feelings of people. Oh, they are people at the end of the day. These people are not machines. They are people with feelings, with lives, you know. And the more and more you hate on these people, the more it affects their lives, their family, the people that love them. I think people need to really reflect on themselves and their own humanity before they actually start running people down who are actually giving their time to benefit something that we're all supposed to love, and that's Newport County Football Club. So there we go. I made it public a little while ago. As much as people have urged me to change my mind, I will not be running for the board. And for a second, I actually considered it tonight. For a second, I actually felt, I'll tell you what, right, sorry, I'm going to go for this. And I thought, no, absolutely not. Because there's people out there that will already do it now. And I don't even have a position within the club. All I do is I'm part of the Amber Army supporters group. I do some online blogs, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, I do the halftime draw, but there are people out there who run me down. They'll be on my back as well. I'm certain of it, and I know these people, and these people watching this will know that I know who they are, because I know that it happens. I know exactly what goes on in the background, you know, and the sort of things that might get said about me. I tell you what, do I give a shit? No. But I tell you what, right? If I decided to potentially give up my future, you know, my career and my future with my fiance, if I potentially put that at risk to go one better and offer more to the football club, and for those people to start running me down there, then that's when it's going to start getting personal. But at the moment, I don't give a shit what people say about me, and that's it. But moving on to that, right? Tonight was absolutely fantastic, right? Alex Tunbridge put out a fantastic presentation, which was followed by another fantastic presentation from Byron Anthony about the academy. This football club is being run superbly in comparison to what it was. And no one can deny that. And I'm thinking, right, of all the bones you've got left to pick, what else can you actually do to run this football club down and the running of it? People say, oh, we run like a non-league club. Yeah, that's what the current people have inherited, and they're working their bollocks off to try and change that. And people just don't get that. You're not going to click your fingers and there it goes. You know, we're all automatically a professional football league club. It just doesn't happen overnight. There are areas you've got to highlight them, and they've done that. They're doing that. Alex Tunbridge is doing great. The board are doing great. This football club is in a far better position than it has ever been since I've been following this football club. This club has not been in a better position, and the people that think they can do better are the people that were involved when we were non-league, deep in non-league. No, wake up, we're football league now. We can't have non-league ideas that worked back in those days. We need football league ideas, and we need people who know exactly what they're doing to take us forward. And at the moment, we've got that. So why try to hurt it, is what I'm saying. Alex Tunbridge, great presentation from him. Sean Johnson came in, and it was so open, so transparent. Facts, figures, numbers. It was great. It really opened a lot of our eyes, and I've got to congratulate all those people for what they did tonight, and especially the ones that stood up for Gavin. I know I said I wasn't going to name any names, but his name was mentioned tonight, so I'll mention it just this once. The people that stood up for him, because he's one of the ones that does the absolute most. And if he went, which word is he's considering it, if he went, we'd be at a major loss. And then the people who made that happen only have to look at themselves. So there we go. And moving on then, like I said, a great night, real transparency, and it was ended superbly by an absolutely brilliant and inspirational speech and chat from Michael Flynn, who seemed to urge us to round, to completely round ourselves up. And he's the manager of the team, and it's like he was the manager of the fans, and he was giving us an inspirational game speech. He's trying to create that unity between the fans. He's done it with the players, and bringing the players together was a big part of his great escape. And as fans, we got the biggest thing in common at the moment, and that's Newport County and our love for that club. Now, why can't we unite under that banner? If a bunch of players from all over the country who play for us, who earn their money from us, and that's it, at that point we're a contract to them. If they can unite and develop a love for this football club and develop it enough to save us in the way they did last season and push us forward in the way they're doing this season, why can't we as fans just put our petty differences to one side, stop hating each other for who we are, You know, just because one group of supporters don't like to go and get steaming, doesn't mean that we're any lesser people than the ones that do. Just because people like to go on a football trip and get steaming doesn't mean that they're lesser people than us. We're all people with feelings and lives, you know. We love this football club, so why can't we just, you know, unite under that banner? One club, one county. Fans as one family. Why not? Why not? I mean, no one's bigger than this football club, not one person. So why can't we all just be together and make this football club even bigger? Because that's the one disadvantage we allow ourselves to have over everybody else, is that we are factioned, segregated, and we fight amongst ourselves. How about we just put all that to bed now, actually just start respecting each other as Newport County supporters, and actually try to take this club forward. We're fans owned, we're the ones with the power to do it. Let's do it, for God's sake. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it right now. I've gone over the usual time, but I had a lot I needed to say tonight, so thanks all for watching. I hope this has been helpful for some people, and I hope some people don't take offence to what's been said. I love this football club, it's as simple as that, and like I said, no one person is above it. So that's it. Anyway, thanks again guys, cheerio for now, I'll see you all Saturday, and as always, up the county.